Hi, this is a follow-up video on sales pipeline in Notion. One video that I created before. If you haven't watched it already, you can do this now. So what we are doing today, I'm going to show you how I created a workflow in Relay.app that helps us automate our communication, basically. And it basically does the following. When we have an email arrive to our Gmail inbox that is related to the sales process here and related to some of the accounts that we are currently working on, all we have to do in our Gmail account is apply a label. I created a label that's called forward to Notion. And once we apply that label in Gmail, this email automatically goes inside our communications database here and gets related to the exact account it belongs to. And then within accounts, we have data about communication. So we then know how many emails we sent for this account or potential deal, when this email was sent, was it an ingoing or outgoing. So how this actually works, to be able to connect Gmail and Notion, I'm using Relay.app. This here is Relay.app, and what you see at the moment is this one workflow that does exactly that. When we apply the label forward to Notion in our Gmail, this workflow is being triggered. And now I will show you step by step what it actually does. First, we need to select the correct trigger for our workflow. In this case, our trigger needs to be Gmail label added. And here you can see what it actually looks like. So when we select trigger Gmail label added, we also need to select the label. In case your label is not automatically shown here, just start typing here and then select it. It will be shown. Once you have selected the label, that's basically it here. Second step is finding a page in communications where message ID matches the message ID in our Gmail message. This step basically prevents duplicating pages with emails that are already in our Notion database. So if in the past we have already forwarded an email to our Notion, and with this email we have also included the message ID, that's original message ID from Gmail, then we want to make sure that we don't forward that email again. So preventing duplicates by first finding a page in our communications database where message ID is exactly the same as in our new email message that has the forward to Notion label. And then if no pages are found, continue. If more than one page is found, pick the first one. Once we have said that, next what we are doing is we are adding a flow control rule-based path. Once we have selected that, it looks something like this. We have path A and we have path B. In path A, this is the setup. So path A applies the rules, set the rules when page is empty. Then, if this is empty, it adds a page to our communications database. Page being empty, basically what it means is that an email with the same ID was not found. So this is a new email and we have to add it to our communications database. So here is where we actually do it. So then in the original, in the content part, we add the email body. We also add the file names of attachments if you like. You don't have to do that. But this is basically the setup that I created here. Also, what we do is we populate some of the properties. So we populate the sender name by choosing this from our email. We are also populating the from field. We are populating date, subject, who this email was sent to, and we're also selecting the channel. And important thing, don't forget to also add the message ID, because we will need that also in the future to check for those duplicates as in the first step. So this is basically what the add page to database step looks like. Of course, you can alter this. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but this is the basic setup that I created here. How you actually add something here, it's quite easy. Basically, you click on the data here, go to your email, and this is where you select what part of data you want to add to the current field where you're currently at. So this is adding page to database. This was path A here. And don't forget to also fill out the path B. If no other path is selected, then here we are basically ending the run. What this means, if a message with the same ID is already found, we don't want to enter it to our Notion database again, so we are just ending the workflow here to prevent duplicates. But let's go back to path A. So this was adding a page to our communications database. Next, what we are doing here is we are again adding another flow based on a rule. So we are checking here in path A whether email has a label in inbox. We are checking this so that we can also mark it in Notion whether it's an incoming email or outgoing. So if it does have the label inbox, then we are updating the page by our tag, an option in our Notion, and we are marking this email as incoming. In path B, if it doesn't, then follow this path, no other path is matching, then we are updating this page as outgoing. So this step here basically marks our messages as incoming or outgoing. So also in Notion, we can have that inbox and sent box. So next, what we are doing here, we are checking whether we already have an account in our accounts database that matches the email address from the sender here. We are doing this so we can automatically relate this message to the account. So here in this step, we are finding a page in database accounts, and we are looking at the email address to be exactly as the from email on this Gmail message, or it is exactly email to. So if this happens, if we find something like this, then we continue or we pick the first one if more than one page is found. Then we have the next step, because we also have path A and path B. So if you remember, it was the flow control rule-based path. So here in this step, if we didn't find an account in our accounts database, basically, I apologize. If we did find account, so it is not empty, then we are updating our page in communications with this exact account. So in this step, we are actually assigning an account to our email message in Notion. And in path B, if we didn't find the account, then basically we are ending the run and the account needs to be created. So this is either another automation or you can create it manually. But to go back here, we are here also ending the run because we have done everything that we were supposed to. So first we checked that forward to Notion label was added in our Gmail. If it was, then we are checking in our communications database whether we already have an email that was forwarded to Notion with the same ID. If we don't, we are creating a new page in communications. We are adding all data from this email to our communications database, and we are also creating a relation to our accounts database in Notion, so we know from who this email came and what account it belongs to. So this is everything that is currently set in my workflow in Relay. I hope you find this useful, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.